Think back 5 years from today, from the day you're watching this video, 5 years from now, what dramatic things happened in your life to where they really genuinely affected the outcome of where you are today.
Okay.
Alright, so the reason I'm making this video is not because I love orange books, and one of my favorite orange books is this book written by Mark Manson, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, but I was looking at my bookshelf, and especially because my book happens to also be bright orange, I was thinking to myself, how does one start giving less of a fuck? Because to be honest, there's very few things in my life that truly I give a fuck about. Meaning that I don't get caught up in political debates on Facebook with other random people that I may or may not be friends with or may not have ever spoken to. Or I don't let little minutia of day-to-day shit get to me on a level to where it throws off the rest of my day. So how do you create that for yourself? Well, when I backtrack what really created that for me, because it hasn't always been that way. Because to be honest, 5 years ago, if I would have put on a shirt with Benjamin Franklin dollar bills on it and then made a video, I would have thought, oh shit, people are gonna judge me. I would have been so afraid of what other people thought of the way I did things, the way I spoke about things, the mess ups I made, or just like offending or polarizing people, especially with women. If you don't know this about me, back in the day, before I became Patrick James Raw Dating Advice, I would do things like go out of my way to not offend the girls that I was talking to. I would not curse around them, and if you watch any of my videos, I curse all the damn time. I would literally say fudge instead of fuck. I would say ship instead of shit, and I would go out of my way to do like nice big romantic gestures for them. And then when they didn't approve of me, it fucked me up, dude. It fucked with my head for like 3 months, 6 months, and I couldn't even think about any other girl except for her. But these days, if I'm dating a girl and she happens to fall off because she hates herself, fuck it. If someone wants to start a debate with me or get mad at me for some minute shit, I got more important things to worry about. So how do you create this for yourself? Well, first off, I kind of just implied it. You have to have more important things to worry about in your life. So what are you working towards? What empire are you building? Because if you watch this channel, if you watch my videos, it's likely that you're a man and you're very ambitious and you love improving yourself, and you also want to improve your game as a side benefit, right? But improving your game also improves all those other areas of your life. So how do you do it? Well, you gotta have something that you're working towards. For me, it's building Raw Dating Advice from the ground up. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, this was not in existence. I had 0 subscribers. Now I'm getting more and more subscribers every day. Thousands of people follow Raw Dating Advice. My income is going up because I'm learning how to better present myself to the world. I'm learning how to better market my company. I'm learning how to come out with products and offers that people like yourself will love to buy and vibe with and get a lot of value from, right? And therefore, I'm becoming a better person. I don't have to have the rat race type of life that I thought I once had to have. I don't have to retire at age 65. I don't have to go to school and get a job. I can say fuck. I can do drugs if I want, because I'm not gonna get drug tested by some company that may or may not fire me. Not saying I do drugs or condone drugs, but I'm just saying I live completely free. Why? Because I have something that I'm working towards, and I'm obsessed with making amazing in my life. I wanna build something for myself. I wanna create a name for myself. I wanna make something of substance in my lifetime, right? So if you don't have something like that, or if you don't have the drive, the ambition to be the #1 at whatever the fuck you do, then you're probably gonna let a lot of the minute shit from day-to-day stuff, day-to-day drama pull you down and suck you down into a low vibrational place, right? And I don't want that for you. And if that's the way you live, then you probably give too many fucks about too much stupid shit. All right, so that's the first thing, is have something more important in your life that you're working towards. Because I promise you this, when you're obsessed about a big launch coming up, or you're working on this skill that's gonna make you the best at your job in the motherfucking world, right? And that's dominating most of your thoughts, most of your day-to-day actions. Then when someone brings up some random fucking minute shit about how they got flipped off in traffic today, you're not gonna give a fuck, right? If someone flips you off in traffic, you're gonna say, wow, I don't know what's going on in that guy's life, but peace out, dude. I got more important shit to worry about, all right? So that's the first thing, is have something important that you're working towards. Secondly, always keep in mind perspective. So for me, if something's bothering me, if maybe my friend gets mad at me for some stupid shit and then he doesn't want to talk to me, or if maybe someone cuts me off in traffic, or maybe someone does something that I feel like they wronged me in the moment, and you know, having something more important to worry about in that moment doesn't necessarily apply to that situation, at least not on the surface, then I always have perspective to be my plan B. And my perspective is this one question: will this one thing that's fucking with my emotions right now matter in 5 years? 5 years from now, will I still be thinking about this moment and still get triggered by it, right? And if so, then I probably need more important things to worry about. But secondly, you'll find that that question, if you honestly answer it, probably doesn't fucking matter. Because let me ask you this, think back 5 years from today, from the day you're watching this video, 5 years from now, what dramatic things happened in your life that really stand out to where they really genuinely affected the outcome of where you are today? I promise you, a lot of the shit that you worried about back then, 99.99999% of that shit didn't fucking matter to where you are today. You still ended up where you are, regardless of if that shit did or didn't happen, regardless of if you got triggered by it in the moment or not. So have perspective. And yes, there are some things that happen that may impact the outcome of your life 5 years from now. And if so, then definitely give a fuck about that shit, because it's probably important. But don't let your emotions get dragged down into worthless emotions like jealousy or anger or envy and jealousy are the same thing. Any of those bad emotions, right? Don't let yourself get dragged down into an emotional place like that. All right, so perspective, having more important things to worry about. And lastly, I know this is kind of woo-woo, and I know this kind of just like is a lot of people are gonna be turned off by this one, but really, I don't give a fuck because it works for me. So the last thing I wanna give you is meditation, right? Now, here's the thing. I'm not perfect at meditating, and I definitely don't meditate every single day. I need to be more disciplined about it. But here's the thing, man. When I do go through periods where maybe I meditate for 10 minutes a day for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, and I'm really good about it at that time, then I really find that my emotions don't waver as much. It's like a fucking rod, like a solid fucking rod that you can't fucking knock over, if you know what I mean. It doesn't just sway with the wind, you know? It's not like a leaf blowing around on the street, right? So my emotional state is stronger. I'm in more control of my emotions when I meditate. And here's the thing, man, just like any skill you practice, that's what meditation is. Meditation is literally sitting here and practicing being in silence and not letting your emotions or your trauma in your head just fucking fuck with your shit, right? It's allowing yourself to sit, be present, be still, understand that this is the only moment that you have is the present, and you're always going to only be in the present. And so if something happened to you 5 minutes ago, but it's not affecting where you're going, then you're not going to worry about it. You're not going to let it affect your emotions because you're only right here, right now. And one last thing that I want to add in here is to stop worrying about things that you cannot consciously and directly influence and control. Because so many people these days worry about the stock market, they worry about the high taxes, they worry about the president of the United States, they worry about the money that they don't have. But here's the thing, man, they don't realize that half this shit that they worry about, in fact, most of the shit that they worry about, they cannot directly change, influence, or control. So when you start to realize all the different things that are stressing you out, the things that are weighing you down, the things that you are actually giving a fuck about, when you actually put it down on paper, and I highly recommend you do this, is literally write down all the things stressing you out right now, all the things pissing you off right now, and then ask yourself one by one, can I directly control, influence, or change this one thing? Most of the time, you're gonna find out, because I know it blew my mind when I did this exercise, that you have no direct control or influence over half this shit. So why are you letting it weigh you down? All right, when you only worry about the things that you can control, things within your circle of influence, then that is when you realize like there's only a few things that you can truly give a fuck about in your life, because these are the only things that actually matter to you and your life moving forward. So if this video spoke to you at all, if you vibed with any of my, let's say, unconventional advice about not giving a fuck about let's be honest, some stupid shit, then all I would encourage you to do is to give me a thumbs up on this video. And if you have a friend or a buddy, or maybe you know someone else will benefit from this video, then feel free to send it to them. And if they don't vibe with the fact that I curse, the fact that I'm wearing $100 bills on my shirt, or the fact that I'm sitting in front of a bookshelf, who gives a fuck? it doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day. All right, so subscribe to the Raw Dating Advice family if you haven't already. Turn on a notification bell if you haven't already, because I post videos and you want to be notified every time I post a video. And by the way, quick announcement. I don't know when you're gonna be seeing this video, but I'm going to be next week. I'm filming this video on a Thursday, so I'll probably try to post it as soon as possible. But next week, 1 week from today, I'm gonna be in Newport, California, to support my buddy Jason Capital at his High Status Summit. If you don't know who Jason Capital is, he used to be a dating coach way back in the day, and in fact, he was one of the first people to give me a platform to speak about dating advice and really helped me become the coach I am today. So I'm going to support him, and if you happen to know who he is, and you also happen to be going to the same event at the exact same time, and you also have my book, 107 Proven Ways to Get the Girl, then dude, come up to me, say hi. I would love to meet you. I would love to take a picture with you. I don't really sign autographs. I don't consider myself a celebrity, but shit, dude, I'll sign your book if you want me to. So that said, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Peace out.